Welcome again to the next in our series about ISO 27001. It's time now to go into a little more detail on some of the requirements, and we want to talk specifically about a couple of documents you need to put in place. They both relate to the protection of your important information. In the context of ISO, information is anything of value to the organization and which must be protected. Information can therefore be considered an asset and can be broken down into two types: digital and physical. Digital assets are things like databases, program source code, and applications like accounting systems. Physical assets comprise things like people, office premises, and computer equipment. These are just some samples and are intended merely to show you the distinction between the two types. There are many more. As part of protecting our important information, we need to do two things. Firstly, we need to classify the information, and I'll go into more detail on the next slide, and secondly, we need to have a record of all our information assets. Why is classification necessary? It is because certain information is more important and of greater value to us in the company and to potential hackers. For example, information about the goods and services we offer would likely be common knowledge. So it would need far less protection than our customers' financial information. So ultimately, information is classified according to its value. There is no set rule on how you should classify your data, but it is commonly accepted to have 3 levels of classification. The lowest level is public or unclassified data. This is data which is least important and needs little or no protection. The next level is confidential data, internal to the organization, which needs some protection, but may need to be available to people within the company. And the last, and highest level, would be information that requires access to be strictly controlled, such as company financial data, salaries, customer information, and so on. This we have called restricted data. Having classified our information, we now need to record it, which brings us to the Information Asset Register. Again, there are many ways you can do this, and we show you merely one suggestion. This is a document in which we record all the assets that fall within the scope of our ISMS, being both physical and digital assets. The information contains the title, type of asset, detailed description, the owner of the asset, the custodian or person directly responsible for it, and the classification as we have previously described. Here follows a sample of what it may look like. Here is a sample of what an information asset register might look like. As mentioned, we have recorded all the basic information about the asset, although you can add a lot more, especially for digital assets. For example, if the asset is a database, you can include, if you wish, information about the name of the database, on which server it may be stored, how it is backed up, and more. This detail is optional and is entirely up to you. Many thanks for watching this short presentation, and we hope you found it useful. Goodbye for now.